Hello everyone, myself Manas Ranjan Sahu came before you with a new video tutorial on data file handling specialized to CSV files. It is a part and parcel of class 12 computer science syllabus. Let's see that what is a CSV file and how do we write a program on CSV file. After going through this video lecture, you will have the following learning outcomes. You will know about what is a CSV file and the properties of the CSV file and what the CSV file looks like or contain, then the CSV functions we do have in Python, then how to write a CSV file and how to read a CSV file. Actually, what is a CSV file? A CSV file is a type of plain text file. Basically, that is used to specific structuring to arrange tabular data. CSV is a common format for data interchange as it's compact, simple, and general. Minded these are the following properties of that CSV file. Many online services allow us or allow its users to export tabular data from the website into a CSV file. Files of CSV will open to Excel, and nearly all databases have a tool to allow import from CSV files. The standard format is defined by rows and columns data. Moreover, each row is terminated by a new line to begin the next row. And also within the row, each column is separated by a comma. So let us in detail that what is a CSV sample file, and actually that CSV stands for literally comma separated value. So it is a text file as stated earlier, intended for the presentation of tabular data. That is most important, tabular data. Each line of the file is one line of the table, and the value of individual columns are separated by the separator symbol. It may be a comma, it may be a semicolon, or any other symbol. And CSV can easily be read and processed by Python. So I mean to say that we have already seen that how that text file is being used in the Python program, how the binary file used in the Python program. Now it is the CSV file. So text file it was over, binary file it was over, with that binary encoded data are being stored, and here tabular data. That means suppose I would like to store a list or a dictionary in the data file in a tabular form, then we may go for this CSV files. So let us see that how a table of content looks like in CSV data formats. So see a table data, suppose I am putting a data of 4 columns, 4 rows in a table. So having programming language like Python, Java and C++ designed by appeared an extension. So if it is represented in a tabular this table in CSV data, then all those rows will be shown like this, separating by comma. So it is how the CSV data looks like. So why that how the Python allows the CSV kind of things in its programming. So mind it always, Python provides a CSV module to handle the CSV files, and before we do any sort of read and write operations, we need to import that CSV module first, then that loop through the rows of the CSV so that we can read the whole content. And if we need, then we use the split method to get data from the specified columns. So under CSV functions, we do have many CSV functions are there in CSV modules, but basically we will just go through that CSV.reader function, which reads the data from the CSV file, CSV.writer function, which writes the data to a CSV file, and CSV.writeRow function to iterate the data over the rows, that is lines. It is as per our syllabus only, and Let us see that how the data file is being opened. It has been taken care in that text file part of my video lecture, so also in binary files. So I'm just recapitulating these things. The data file in Python may be opened through two formats, that is two-way. One is directly through open function, and second one is with statement with open function. So let us see a clear-cut distinction between these two here. The file open through open function. In Python, we need to give access to the file by opening it. Unless the data file is opened, we cannot we are not allowed to access the data inside it. So we can do it by using the open function. Once the data file is open, we are allowed to do any sort of operations in it. The open function returns a file object which has method and attributes for getting information about and manipulating the open file. But whereas in the data file open through statement with open function, here the with statement simplifies the exception handling. Exception handling means error handling. Error handling is better done through this with statement, and by encapsulating common preparation of cleanup task. The exception handling and the cleanup task, basically it will be easily handled through the with statement. The with statement provides you the way for ensuring that the cleanup is always used. And secondly, we need to write that a file close at the end of the data file program. Whereas suppose we are using the with statement, then we don't have to write that a file close at the end, and that will automatically be called. So how to write a CSV file, how to write the content into a CSV file. Let us see one example. Before seeing that example, let us discuss that what are the functions we require for writing the tabular data or set of data into a CSV file. So the function is that writer function. Writer function is that function which is allow us to write inside a CSV file. But to iterate the data over the rows or lines, we have to use one more function of CSV, that Python programming, that is called write row function. So here in this example, I have tried to show you that a data file called write-data.csv has been created with the delimiter of an apostrophe or comma. So I have imported the CSV first, and then I have used that with open function. So with open, that f colon backslash write data.csv and w mode as file. Here write data.csv, why it is in f drive, I have already explained. So it will make the data secure, because if we are not storing the data in the base operating system drive, then the data is saved or secured, because by any day that the operating system if corrupts and we are forced to format it, then the data will be lost, and you know that data loss is everything lost. So that's why I prefer to store all these data files in other than C drive. So, and again the data file is open through that W mode. W means the write mode. That means we are allowing the program to write the content inside the CSV file. And that writer equal to csv.writer. The function is csv.writer, which allows two arguments into it. One is that file object and the delimiter, what it is going to use within that data. So that writer dot write row. So then we need to write the following four rows or four list of data inside our CSV file. So we need to write one by one, and the separators are or delimiter are comma here. So after writing this program, suppose I will see the output, then I can observe that in my F drive of the computer, a write data.csv have been formed, and after clicking on that, I can show you that the things we have written inside the program, inside the data file through that list, are in a tabular form in Excel file. So Let us run this program also. I have opened the Python shell. Let us open the script, and in script let us open the data file. I have just made this data file to reduce that typing time. So the same program I have written here, and after writing I would like to run the file. Then I'm running this module, and it is showing no error. No error means that is run successfully. To verify that, I have just opened the Windows Explorer of my system, and let us go to that F drive, and F drive, see that write data file has been made, and by double clicking over that write data file we can see that the content of the data file is what we have inserted earlier. Just see that same thing is there. So it is the same thing what we have inserted here. Here, okay. So right now it might be clear on your concept that how the CSV file is written to the right method. Okay, then how to read the CSV file, how to read the content from the CSV file. To read the data from the CSV file, we must have a CSV file first, because unless we do have a CSV file where to read, then the reader function has to be used to generate a reader object, and the reader function is developed to take each row of the file and make a list of all columns. Then we have to choose the column we want the variable data for. Let us see one example of reading the content of the CSV file. So I have written a simple program to read the content of the CSV file. So it is with open write data CSVR as f data, and I have used that same data file, that is CSV data file, stored in my F drive, because the data was already inserted in the last program. Let us see that it will just coming out or not. And for your information, when I'll just run this, it will show me that the data are here. So we can run this program also directly from the Python. So let us, I'm writing the same program here. So it is import CSV, then with open for f colon backslash, it is the file name is write data dot CSV. It is open in read mode, and as suppose it is f, then data equal to CSV dot reader, because we want to use that reader function here. So and for reading each row, I need to use a for loop in data, and it is for print row. So I'm just saving this data file, and saving the name of, suppose to it is read and CSV and let us run it. After running some problems there, it is showing some see double quote we have one, and file to save it and run it. See, so it is fetching all the records from that Excel file or data file. I am just showing that Excel file too, where what was there, it was there earlier. So it is the same data file. It is fetching it from that write data.csv Excel file. So friends, hopefully it is clear to you that how the data file is being read through that CSV dot reader function. So writing a dictionary in a CSV. So earlier case we have seen that how the list is being written. Here I would like to see show you that how a dictionary is written in a CSV. So a program is that write a Python CSV file program to store a dictionary containing students' name and their marks of 5 students and store them in a data file mydata.csv. So here I have taken that import CSV then mydict because it is a dictionary. So I have initialize one dictionary with fixed some names and marks, 3 students names and marks. It can be extended up to 5 students, no issues. And with open that f mydata.csv because it has to be in write mode. We can write that mode equal to w or else we write on only w here. So no issues. As f, then for key in mydict.keys because in dictionary we can get the keys through dot keys, and f dot write. Here the function is f dot write, that is percentages and new line, that again percentage key comma mydict keys. So the keys and concerned the value of that keys is going to be shown to us. So we can run this program too. So let us run this program. Okay, suppose I am opening that script again. Open here. This is Python student write.csv. So it is the same program I have written here, and to reduce the time we can run the program. See, here nothing is given error. That means that storing is a successful, and we are moving to that data f drive. See that my data has been created, and my data file is having, I have just inserted, I am showing you, I have inserted the thing like here just a name like Manisha 98 and Santi Sarup 91 and Aryaman 96. All these data are read from this dictionary and kept it in my CSV file. So there is an assignment to you that write a Python CSV file program to read a CSV file, that is mydata.csv, containing students' name and their marks of 5 students, and print them. So it is a work for you. Just try it home. Thank you for watching my video, and follow our blog to get more chapters and videos on csipithub.blogspot.com. Thank you once again.